If you grew up watching Fox on Sunday nights, you remember that theme song. You remember the shirts. You remember the hair. Parker Lewis Can't Lose ran for 3 seasons, starting in 1990. And for a lot of us, it was the first show that felt like it was made just for us. Funny, fast, a little weird. 36 years later, some of these faces will surprise you, and 1 or 2 might break your heart. This was the show that turned high school into a cartoon and somehow made it feel real. The cast that brought it to life went on journeys none of us could have predicted. Let's find out where they've been. I'd love to know, who were you watching Parker Lewis with? A brother? A best friend? Maybe by yourself with the TV volume low past bedtime. Those memories are why this channel exists. Share yours if one comes back to you. And it all starts with the woman who made Parker's life a living, hilarious nightmare. You hear it before you see it. That thumb, pressed against her palm like she was trying to crack the air itself. Principal Grace Musso didn't need to yell. She just needed that gesture, and every student in Santo Domingo High froze. Melanie Chartoff, made Musso the kind of authority figure you loved to hate. Not cruel, not cartoonish, just relentless. She was the wall Parker had to climb every single episode. And for the audience, she turned rebellion into a sport worth watching. She was 41 when the show premiered, turning 42 just before the end of the year. Today, at 77, time has only deepened her elegance. What most fans never realized is that the same voice screaming "Lewis" down the hallway spent 17 years whispering bedtime wisdom as Dee Dee Pickles on Rugrats. She won a Daytime Emmy for it. In 2025, she appeared on the Parker Lewis Can't Lose Rewatch podcast and showed up at fan conventions, still sharp, still funny. She published a memoir called Odd Woman Out and teaches improv workshops in Los Angeles. The woman who played TV's scariest principal became one of its most beloved voices. Mikey Randall never walked into a room. He strolled. Guitar slung low, jacket open, attitude permanently set to cool. He was Parker's right hand, the friend who kept things loose when the plans got tight. Jayne brought something to Mikey that the script alone couldn't deliver: a rock and roll heartbeat. Jayne brought something to Mikey that the script alone couldn't deliver: a rock and roll heartbeat. He'd been working steadily since he was 7, but his very first screen appearance came at age 3 in a flashback scene on a TV movie, when a director spotted him visiting his half-brother on set. Before Parker Lewis, he was Buddy Griffith in Just One of the Guys and the terrified kid in Cujo. Some careers begin with auditions. His began with a lucky visit. Every family has one. The little sibling who knows exactly which buttons to push and enjoys every second of it. Shelly Lewis was that kid, and Maia Brewton played her with the precision of a tiny mastermind. She was 13 when the show began. Before Parker Lewis, she was the Thor-obsessed Sarah in Adventures in Babysitting and Sally Baines in Back to the Future. She was everywhere in the late 80s. Then she did something nobody expected. She walked away. Graduated from Yale, passed the California bar. Today, at 48, she practices law and raises twin sons. She still appears at the occasional fan convention, a reminder that sometimes the boldest move is choosing the life the cameras never see. But Shelly wasn't the only cast member who traded Hollywood for a completely different career. That story is coming. In the kitchen of the Lewis house, there was a steady presence. Parker could scheme. Shelly could tattle. Martin could be blissfully unaware. But Judy Lewis held it together. She was the calm after every storm, the mom who knew more than she let on. Mary Ellen Trainor brought that same grounded warmth to everything she touched, and she touched everything. She was Mrs. Walsh in The Goonies, telling her kids to put their hands up as the police arrived. She was the reporter in Die Hard, the psychiatrist in all 4 Lethal Weapon films. She appeared in Forrest Gump, Ghostbusters 2, and Scrooged. She first appeared as Judy Lewis in the 1990 pilot at age 38, then returned as the beloved regular mom in seasons 2 and 3. She left us in 2015 at 62. Her friend Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, called her a great actress, warm friend, and generous spirit. The roles she played were always the ones holding the story together, just like she held Parker's family together every Sunday night. Mr. Lewis, Mr. Randall. Always formal, always precise, always pulling something impossible out of that NASA-issued trench coat. Jerry Steiner was the kid who made being smart look like a superpower. Troy Slaten was only 15 when the show started, the youngest of the core trio. He carried Jerry's wide-eyed loyalty and rapid-fire formality with a comic timing most adults couldn't match. After Parker Lewis, he starred in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, another cult favorite that deserved more seasons than it got. Then he made a choice that sounds like a Jerry Steiner origin story. He enrolled at UCLA, graduated with honors in English literature, earned a law degree from Pepperdine, and became a practicing attorney in Southern California. Today, at 51, he wears every year beautifully, trading the trench coat for a courtroom, the gadgets for case files. 2 cast members became lawyers. The girl who played the scheming sister and the boy who played the loyal nerd both chose the same second act. Sometimes the show writes itself. We're halfway through, and if these stories are landing the way they're landing for me, there's more ahead you won't want to miss. I'd love to read what you're thinking. Drop a memory, and let's keep going together. Every sitcom needs the dad who's 2 steps behind. Martin Lewis was that dad. Not clueless in a mean way, just peacefully, beautifully oblivious. He let Parker be Parker, and that comfort was everything. Timothy Stack was 36 when the show premiered. A trained comedian out of Boston College, he'd already guest-starred on The Golden Girls, Seinfeld, and The Wonder Years. After Parker Lewis, he co-created Son of the Beach with Howard Stern, a Baywatch parody so absurd it ran 3 seasons on FX. He also voiced Lampy in The Brave Little Toaster. Today at 71, he radiates the same warmth decades later. A comedy veteran who spent 40 years making people laugh, then quietly chose a life beyond the spotlight. Parker's clueless dad was played by one of the sharpest comedy minds in the room. There's still one more story that will stay with you. But first, a comedian who made the whole world laugh and left us far too soon. When season 3 needed new energy, John Pinette walked through the door and filled every corner of the room. As coach Hank Kohler, he brought a stand-up comedian's instinct for timing to a show that already ran on pure adrenaline. Pinette had been doing stand-up since the mid-'80s, trading an accounting career for a $100 a night comedy gig. He never looked back. His specials, Show Me the Buffet, I'm Starvin', Still Hungry, became comfort viewing for millions. He starred in the Seinfeld series finale as the carjacking victim. He performed as Edna Turnblad in the Broadway national tour of Hairspray. He was 28 when he joined Parker Lewis. He left us in 2014 at just 50. Fellow comedians called him one of the kindest, funniest people they'd ever known. His manager said he couldn't walk past a homeless person without handing them $20. His laughter is still out there in every clip, every special, every rerun. Some people fill a room so completely that the room never fully empties. And now, the face that started it all. The one name that brings back every shirt, every scheme, every not a problem. What made Parker Lewis cool? Not the hair, not the shirts, not even the catchphrase. It was the unshakable belief that everything would work out. Parker walked through chaos like it was choreographed, and Corin Nemec, made every step look effortless. He was 18 when the show premiered, turning 19 that November. Before Parker, he'd already earned an Emmy nomination for I Know My First Name is Steven, a role so different it proved he could do anything. His father did art direction on The Goonies, and watching that film at 13 made him want to act. The apple didn't fall far. After Parker Lewis, he played Harold Lauder in The Stand and Jonas Quinn on Stargate SG-1, building a devoted sci-fi fan base that spans continents. Today, at 54, he still carries the same spark we remember. He travels the international convention circuit, Prague, Paris, across the UK, meeting fans who grew up synchronizing their walks with Mikey and Jerry. He didn't disappear. He didn't fade. He just kept showing up in a different jacket with the same grin. And every time a fan says, "Not a problem," he knows exactly what it means to them. You heard him before you saw him. The floor shook, lockers rattled, and then Larry Kubiac turned the corner. 6 feet 7 inches, 270 pounds, with 2 words on his mind: eat now. Abraham Benrubi did something remarkable with Kubiac. He took a character designed to be a bully and turned him into the gentlest soul on the show. Within a few episodes, the dinosaur became a teddy bear. He helped Parker. He protected the group. He asked to eat. That was enough. That was everything. He was 21 when the show started. Today, at 56, he's aging with incredible grace. And he never stopped working. After Parker Lewis, he walked into the ER, not as a patient, as Jerry Markovic, the admissions desk clerk, who became a fan favorite across 137 episodes. For 15 years, he was the first face you saw walking into County General. He voiced characters on Robot Chicken and in the World of Warcraft games. He appeared in Open Range, George of the Jungle, and The Finest Hours. In recent years, he starred in Rust 2024 and the Holiday Touchdown Hallmark movies 2024 to 2025. He never stopped. He never slowed down. The kid who shook the hallways of Santo Domingo High grew into one of the most reliable character actors in Hollywood. Kubiac asked, "Eat now," but Benrubi answered with a career that just kept feeding us. Role after role, year after year, always with that same surprising gentleness. Some actors play the gentle giant. Abraham Benrubi was one. Parker Lewis Can't Lose wasn't just a show. It was a feeling. The feeling of being young enough to believe that everything would work out, that your friends would always be there, and that Monday would bring another adventure. Not a Problem is still playing somewhere. Kubiac is still turning corners, and somewhere, Jerry is still pulling something impossible from that coat. So let me ask you this. When you think of Parker Lewis, where were you? What room were you in? Who was laughing beside you? I read every comment, and these are the stories that keep this channel alive. There are more stories like this one waiting. More faces, more theme songs, more Sunday nights we used to know. Until next time, take care of that memory. It still matters.